Hello, friends. So we're going to be doing ship CRUD today. Here, I just moved my camera, I guess. Um, yeah, so finally, it's been a while, but we are going to get into create, read, update, delete for the ships. So yeah, there's not much to say. I guess I will mention that today is probably the last day of a stream for a while because Christmas is upon us and we're doing family Christmas things. So while I do currently still have streams scheduled, I'm actually going to fix that right now because I really don't know. I might be working a little bit next week, but I don't know. So we're going to just delete those off of the calendar, and you can look forward to more streams probably after the new year. But I don't know. I may stream as well. Just kind of depends on what we decide to do as a family. So with that out of the way, let's get cruddin'. Okay, so where's that? There we go. We've got the server running actually, and apparently it's not running well enough. I don't know, that's weird, but there we go. There we go. So we've got our ships right here. That takes us to the search page. And yeah, this is sweet. It actually already, oh man, I knew this was going to happen. It just occurred to me that, no. Huh, that's interesting. So if I land on this page and it's enabled, I thought that oh no, yeah, we do. Yeah, you'll notice these are canceled because they're like, oh, I know where you are now. So let's go and request these so that they're somewhere close by. But it occurred to me that these ships, I don't think are geolocated close by, and that's why when I choose that starport, it's something different. So, no, it's no. I thought that if we land on this page and then geolocation's enabled. No, okay, we're gonna deal with that later. I just need to get moving on other things. We've been on this search page forever. So we're gonna go on this page. This is the read part, so we've got the read done. Designs are gonna come eventually. This is gonna look nice. But yeah, so this is our ship. If I am the owner, now let's see, do I want to do edit or create first? Typically those use the same form, and I already have routes for these. So we have ships new and ship ID edit. And so, what if ship ID I'm just trying to see if maybe I can do both create and edit in the same route, but that just doesn't seem right, because you need ships/ID and ships/new, but the ship/ID would need to be an edit form if you are the owner of the ship, which seems kind of weird. I think ship/ID should look the same regardless of who you are, and then you have a special edit form. So we're not going to use the same route, and that's fine. We will probably use a lot of the same components, and we can implement it differently there. Yeah, there will be quite a bit of sharing going on here. Yeah. Okay. So, I think it'll be easier, probably be easier to go with edit, because then I'll have all of the data. Yeah, Yeah, so if I go to edit, I already have it set up to require the user ID and then also make sure that the ship that's being edited is owned by the user. So if we can't find the ship where the host ID is the user ID, then we're going to just say it's a 404, which I think is sensible. That's just fine. Yeah, and then here we'll send the ship along. Okay, cool. So if I come back here, this user, let's see, yeah. I think it's their whole name lowercased. Copy to lowercase. That's their login. So if I go back and it's this, and we go to /edit, then their username and their password is their whole name lowercase. Ah, man, maybe it's their username. Yeah, I think, no, rats. I thought that's what it was. Okay, well, let's find our seed script. Seed, password. Oh, That's the problem. I'm not passing the username, so it's random every time. So yeah, good luck figuring that out. npm or Prisma db seed. See where else we're using it. Yeah, just in the one spot. Yeah, cool. Okay, and with that, should be able to, we'll go to search again, and we don't have any ships yet, so that's why it's not no ships found. So, because we, as part of the seed script, I just drop all the contents of all the tables. Okay. Let's refresh, and boom, there they are. New, completely new ships and all these things. So we're going to edit this ship. This is, yeah, that user. We're going to go to edit. We're going to say user. That definitely should have worked. Oh, to uppercase. Okay. Copy. I should have made it easier. There we go. Okay. And I kind of messed the redirect thing back up, I think. There we go. Okay, ship edit. Here's the ship. Hooray, if I go there as anybody else, I'm going to get redirected. And if I'm logged in as anybody else, I'm going to get 404, which I don't need to test. That's fine. Okay, so we just slowly, piece by piece, add a form element for each one of these things. Image URL is going to be interesting. It might be time to think about how I'm going to do file storage. Maybe. I think for now we will have them edit the image URL directly, but in the future we will do a file storage thing. I just realized I should probably let the design team know that that is another requirement. Okay, just want to keep them in the loop. I don't think we need to show them created at and updated at. Those are hidden fields. And then we'll have a model and host chooser. And actually what we'll probably do is have a brand chooser. So first you choose the brand, and then that filters the models that are available. Because that's a nice user experience. And then as far as the starport is concerned, maybe we'll have a city chooser, which filters the starports. I don't know. Maybe we'll just say, you gotta choose a starport. Yeah. Okay. Let's do the easy things first. So I have and okay, so what happens after this form is submitted? You save it, and do we navigate to the next page, or do we stay on the page, just have like a little pop-up thing, and then let the user navigate over? I don't know. I can argue both ways in my head. Hold on. So, on the one hand, when you're done editing a ship, what else do you want to do? Probably nothing. You probably just want to go see what it looks like. Why would you edit a ship and then be like, oh, I want to edit it again? And if you do, there's certainly cases where, oh, I made a mistake. You just click the edit button again. Pretty sure we want this to be a navigation. So we're going to do a form, a regular old form from Remix. And we'll say the method is a post. And then we're going to have, let's see, form fields for all the ship fields. And let's see, Copilot. What are you going to do with that? Really? That's it? That's all you're going to do? Good grief. You know better than that. All right, try this. Right? Synthesize that. Okay. Sorta. I wish that it wasn't like randomly stopping in places and stuff. Accept solution. Maybe it, yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Okay, cool. We'll go with that for now. So we've got the name, description. Yeah, and default value is exactly what it should be. Image URL, which eventually will be an image uploader. Label, daily charge with a min 0 and a max of 1,000. We'll add backend validation later. Yeah, capacity, we'll need a min of 0 or of 1, and a max of 10. These are small ships that we're renting out. And then for our starport, this will be our starport combo box. And yeah, we want yeah, all of these probably. We want geolocation support on here as well. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah. Okay. And then this should be our brand combo box. This is going to be interesting because it's really going to test how reusable our things really are. We'll see how bad that mistake, or how bad the mistakes were that I made. Okay. Model combo box. And with each one of these, we need to know when it changes, we're going to set a hidden input to whatever it's been set to. Yeah, I think what we're going to do, yeah, we'll move it eventually, but for now, hidden fields. Name. Wait a second. No, that's dumb. Name value. For this case, yeah, that's dumb. Just do this. But for other cases, I could see why doing an array would be a good idea. Okay, cool. So then right here, say, yep, that's what we're doing. Okay, and so then this would just be, whoops, set hidden fields. Set hidden field. That's what we're doing. It was just too long, and it would go on multiple lines, and I'd prefer, if it's going to be multiple lines, just make it a function declaration. Not for any real good reason. Actually, there we go. So this can actually be, yep, there we go. What are you complaining about? There we are. Now this is going to be interesting because I think in my combo boxes, I made it so that the selected item will never be anything else. So we're already diverting away from the highly reusable thing that I built. I knew it wasn't highly reusable, but yeah, we'll just see how bad this gets. I think that this is one thing that is totally fine to parameterize. Yeah, we'll just have to see how far this goes. So if we go into here, search combo box, it sets the selected item to null. So here, hold on a second. Yeah. So we can just accept the selected item as a prop. Yeah. Yep, I think that's what we will do. That's fine. And we'll include we're missing selected item. Yeah, we had to duplicate some stuff here, I think. I think we could probably do this. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, and our basic search yada yada. Yeah, it's doing the pick already. Okay, cool. This will also want to get the selected item. Okay. So with that now, we'll actually go to our search, and for all these combo box things, we'll have selected item null. That way those get cleared immediately and we display the multi-select basically right there. That will probably yeah, there's probably going to be a fair bit of changing and maybe even just complete deletion of some of this stuff when we get designs, which is why I don't typically like to do too much abstraction until we have the design solid. So okay, so coming back here, our selected item. Actually, if we don't specify, it should remain selected. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we've got all these. Probably would be helpful to have at least a border around these inputs. What did I do on the search page? Let's just do that. Oh, I didn't. Well, here we go. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, right, and then we need a default. Yeah. So now the question is, do we default to selected item? The thing is, we will need to load. So we'll need to select the model, the ID, and name, and then starport, and yeah, name, true, description, image, capacity, daily charge, and also what's the branded model? Yeah, so the brand actually just helps us with the model, so we actually don't need to set the hidden field for the brand. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rename this from, yeah, hidden fields, it's fine. No, it's not. It's not fine. Let's just do this. Star port, or selected star port. And that will need to initialize to something. But this ends up having to be selected item needs to be a geo item, which has a ID, distance, display name. Yeah, distance is kind of interesting there. The problem is we won't know the distance. And the way that I have constructed this starport combo box doesn't actually require the distance. So maybe what we should do is change this to be, yeah, optional. Yeah, that makes more sense to do it that way. And then yeah, and this would be and actually a ship can't exist without a starport, so yeah, it will always have a selected one. There we go. But it could be undefined. Okay, and then we'll have an input. Yep. Except we will do this. Okay, cool. And we'll do the same thing. We'll do the brand thing later. We'll bring that one in later. For now, we just have the same thing for the model. And oh, we need an image URL as well. That's fine. Look at that. Oh, right, and we'll need our state thing. Here, let's do this. This one's just tricky because we change it from name to display name. So what we could do, though, is ship starport is id ship.starport and display name ship.starport.name. And now we can just do data ship starport. There we go. Oh, that's weird. There we go. Ta-da! Sweet. We don't need geolocation there. Boom. Okay, coolio. Sweet. And I can change this. Hit save, we'll get a 405 because we don't have a way to handle the request. Neato. Okay, so let's handle the request. Remix action. Okay, and then we'll say object from entries form data. And this is going to be our name, description, image URL, capacity, daily charge, brand ID or model ID, and starport ID. I think these at least, this one at least deserves to be up higher. Okay, sweet. So then think we do the errors thing. Yeah, I'm about ready to build or find an abstraction for this, finally. Okay, name, description, yada, yada, yada. Is that what I do? Onboarding. I think I do that on onboarding too. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I've got Zod now, so I really should probably just use that. But let me finish this first, and then I'm going to explore not only that, but also Michael Carter has a helper for search params like the one that I've built, except better. So okay. So yeah, we're going to need to have some central place to do validation. But oh man, I knew I would have to come back to this. Yeah, see with this, I do have a central place. I have user validation. Just a lot of stuff that I have to write every time I want to do validation. Seems like it'd be nice if I just had a nice declarative way to do validation. And I'd like to finish this so that it works before I have to bother with any of that. But yeah, so let's just do that. Yeah, let's move this up here. Whoop. And make sure that they are the ship owner. All right, it's time for my break, but I'm pretty sure I'm really close to this. Okay. Yeah. Who does numbers for their IDs? Not me. No thanks. Not that redirect. No. That. That is right. Why are you complaining? Oh. Okay, cool. So this should work. Daily charge, 9, capacity, 8, lock, 111. Boom. There it is. If I go back here and we go back down to 110, there it is. If we go back to 11, boom. Beauty. So that totally works. There you go. Edit. Finished. Yeah, I'm gonna add. Let's do create next, and then we'll do. We'll look at form validation and stuff. Form validation. Just gonna add that to my to-dos. So gonna take a break, and then when I come back, we will work on creating and then form validation. See you in 5. Alrighty, let's do new. We'll get to the validation here in a bit. So, creating a new ship. Oh yeah, and I wanted to do the thing that helps filter down models too. Should we do that first? Yeah, let's do that first. So that's going to actually necessitate a change in our combo box here. That is, no, it would be, let's see, this would be in the model combo box. And this, I think, would be additional, yeah, we would allow for additional search params. So basically now the basic search combo box is just something that doesn't allow for, hold on a second. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't allow these or something. Hold on, what is it? All it is this base options thing. Yeah. Yeah, a simple teeny little thing for enabling creating this API. That's all that it is. Okay, we'll see how long that stays. Anyway, so this means that our search combo box needs to have, wait, no, just this can have additional search params for brand IDs. So here we'd have brand IDs. And additional search params. Yeah, I knew I was going to need to do this. So then we say if talk about making it more terse. Yep, it's basically the same. It is slightly different, but it will not behave differently in practical sense because we can only have one key of each property anyway, so it will work just the same. So that means here we have brand IDs as an optional thing for our model, And now I can have a brand combo box. I think the exclude should include the one that's selected, right? That would make sense. Do the same thing for the starport. Okay, somebody is playing around at the front door. Yeah, we're good. Ah! I just lost my phone. 1 second. Yeah, so the selected model, so brand, yada yada, coming up here. Model will also have and then we'll have const selected brand. Yep, thank you. That is it. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. Here we go. Everything but the brain. And that is fine. Good. Okay, so now that means brand IDs. Sweet. And then we can go to our model combo box. And really, okay, now is the time where I need to I want to support a union for my schema. So we're going to take a quick break from that and remix search params. Grab that from, remix params helper. There we go. Oh, come on. Get params. Get search params. All right. What's the difference between that? These both do search URL search params? Oh, so you just pass the request, I guess? Yeah, or fail. Yeah, heck, we may end up using something using this little utility. Seems like out of scope a little bit, but Heroku app. Whoa. Yeah, no surprise there. Yeah, I'm kind of bothered that this is included. That has nothing to do with search params, but I guess it does have something to do with the form data. So, yeah, but form data doesn't really have anything to do with search params. So, I guess, I don't know. Search params are kind of like form data for GET requests. So, I don't know what I feel. Get search params or fail is what I want to do. All right. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that find, replace, refactor should work. Yep, that's still happy. So that's cool. Okay, so now that means I can come back here. Let's actually go to our starport combo box. And actually it's the geo search combo box. And now we should be able to do z.union between these two, and the query and exclude can come from base or search param schema. And we'll call this as base search param schema. There we go. So now if I come back here, rats. I think we're gonna need to say, hey, support union, please. No, nobody's got union yet. Support union. I have two schemas, or I have a base set of search params, and I want to union it with another set of search params. Right now, that's not working for me. Here's an example. Oh, there's a cricket noise. What you're hearing is the music in the background. Listen. So I'm playing music. Otherwise, this would be really boring. So I'm sorry if that is distracting. But maybe knowing what it is will make it less distracting. Whoops. Okay. So let's look at what it says. There we go. That should be enough. So mine didn't support unions either, so we're just going to back this up and we'll go with duplication, and that's fine. Okay. Kind of lost track of where I was. Yeah, I was making it so the model can have more params. So we got to duplicate for now until that is supported. Or base or brand IDs. Yeah, that's what I want. There we go. So now we should, I think that's all the way piped through. We get brand IDs here. Yep. So now we come over here, brand component. Yep, that should all be there. So if we go to edit, here's our brand. I have a feeling these models are not all part of that one brand. So that doesn't seem to be working. Let's just make sure that this request is at least including. Yeah, here's brand IDs. Where is my model? Just gonna console log those. Let's make sure they all have the same. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's not rebuilding. There we go. Now it's gonna rebuild, and now maybe it'll work. So here's our brand. Yeah, we only have one model. Oh, no, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, it's not gonna show it. Huh. And now it got unselected. Ooh, that is tricky. Hmm. Okay, that's too bad. Is it just going to need to be ID true, name true, image URL. What are you complaining about? Oh, right. Okay, and then you are mad because brand ID is missing. Why does it need to be brand ID? Oh, because I'm including the brand ID here. Yeah. Yep. And I'm just doing that temporarily to make sure things are working. So this will be fine. Yeah, and that is totally working. So coming back here, get rid of brand ID, get rid of that. And then I think we do not want to exclude anything. I think we want to make exclude optional. There we go. And let's do this so that we don't have to do this. Oh, it could be null. Man. Why could it be null? That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Why would I ever set it to null? I guess, yeah, no, that can make sense. It would actually make sense to do the same for exclude. Okay. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we don't want to exclude the currently selected one. And also I want to make it so that when I hit escape, it lets me know. I thought that once you hit escape, it actually goes back to the previously selected thing. Dang. Okay, well that's a bug we'll have to look at later. But we are going to get rid of exclude from all these. Okay, cool. So coming back, if I get rid of this, then we've got those, and I can switch the brand to something else, and now the appropriate model appears. Cool. And then I can submit, and boom, that's changed. asking about the SvelteKit release. I did not read their release docs, but I have been lightly following what's been going on there. And yeah, definitely very validating that people are just doing what Remix has been doing. It means they think it's a good idea, probably. So that's cool. Let me look at something. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Good. Yeah, so that's cool. That was not too painful at all. And I don't think it complicated the abstraction. We've added selected item. That's reasonable. We added made exclude optional and additional search params optional. Or not, yeah. What was it before? Oh, I added that it can be an array of strings, yep. Which is great also. And then additional search params. And if we've got brand IDs, oh, this is going to always be true. There we go. And yeah, solid. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Ship edit. Done. Okay, cool. So now let's I kind of want to do the new route, I think. And there's a lot of stuff here that will be duplicated between those two. Yeah, okay, so yeah, okay, let's just copy all this stuff into new. We'll figure out the abstraction later. We will not have anything in the loader other than making sure there is a user. We don't need to worry about whether the ship exists. Oh, if the user is not a host, we could throw unauthorized host. No, I just need that. If there's not a host, then we're going to throw unauthorized. Unauthenticated is 401, right? No, 401 is unauthorized. 403 is a forbidden. And what is 402? I think in this case it's a forbidden. Yeah. So we want a 403, and then down here you are not a host. You must visit your profile page to create your host profile first. Does that work? I can't remember if that works. Yes, it does. So if I go new. Oh, right. Let's finish the rest of this. Yeah, let's do this host thing here also. Yeah, and this is going to be ID string display name string image URL string. Starports don't have image URLs. I thought that they did. I guess that makes sense. They don't need image URLs. Give me just 1 second. Whew. Finally. Sorry. I was just working on getting flights booked for the JSDay Canaries conference that is happening in May. The third conference of next year for me. So it's going to be sweet because I'm going to be out there for a couple of days with my brother. My brother served a mission for our church here, and so he and he's actually also in tech, and so yeah, we're going to be hanging out there. We'll explore the island a little bit, and then we'll fly or something to Las Palmas and explore that island a little bit before going home. So yeah, it'll just be a couple days, but it'll be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to that. So I just booked that travel because it's really complicated because we've got to get him from where he's at and meet me up and go on all the same flights and all that. Got that worked out, and it's awesome. So, okay. Let's see here. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's finish getting this thing ready. So we've got our brand combo box. I'm not sure what. I think it should be working now. Yep. You'll notice we get little spinners here, and that's to preload them. I think maybe when we're done, we're going to make it so that we can disable showing the spinners on the initial load or something, because that is distracting. Or yeah, actually what's better is, and what we'll ultimately do is initialize those with some initial values. That's what we'll do. And then it won't need the spinners. It'll server render with those values, which will be sweet. Okay. And actually, maybe we'll even use defer for that. Yeah. Now we're talking. Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Defer. So you end up with a promise. We're not rendering anything yet. Yeah. Huh. Well, that will be a fun thing to work on later. All right. This is the big Kahuna. This is a big ship. Brand. It's a Tremblay. And the model is the Tremblay's Christiansen. Image is my face. Capacity, max capacity. Charge, let's do 512. And it is in, yeah, that one. All right, save. Boom. Nice. It worked. So I've got, yeah, I've got create. Create ships is done. Checking that off. I'm fighting this feeling inside that says, Kent, you should just be done. Huh. Yeah. Kind of feel like I should just be done. Finish it up for the week and for the break. There are like a lot of things that I could get into. Do I want to get into those things? I don't know. Don't know if I'm ready to dive into choosing a form abstraction again. I think I am gonna there's no thread for the current live stream, Amir is saying. I believe this is the one. Let me find it for you. Let's see. 12, 16. There it is. That's the one. Was that not the last thing? Oh, you know what happens sometimes, Amir, is, sorry, I'm looking over here. Sometimes your the Discord client doesn't catch the latest message from the bot, and so you won't see it. And so what I always do is I just command R to refresh, and then it suddenly works. So it's kind of annoying that it does that, but that is what happens sometimes. All right, let's at least commit what we've got. New ships. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fix our deployment pipeline. It's good occasionally to just go through and make sure that things are still working. So, so I'm going to add that to do and have that on top. And we'll work on this for the next couple hours. Yeah, actually, if I quit now, my family is off having haircuts and stuff. I'd be all by myself. Which, I mean, sometimes that's nice, but yeah, not right now. Another thing is I want to look at the hybrid flat routes thing too. Maybe I should do that first. All right, step one. Let's update everything. And that, by the way, is just this little alias, npx, npm check updates, dev prod, and upgrade to just automatically upgrade them all. We're going to flush npm, just get everything up to the latest version. Do I still use ESBuild register? Yes, I think I tried to make it not use ESBuild register and it didn't work for some reason. I cannot recall why. But that is what it is. Okay, let's look at flat routes hybrid. Nested folders for your route names, yet still keep the co-location. If you have a large app, it's not uncommon to have routes nested many levels deep. With default flat routes, the folder name is the entire route path. So some long thing, and often you may have several parent routes to do. So having to repeat the name in every route, you can create top-level folders and nest them, your routes under them. This way, you can still take advantage of the flat folders with co-location. So here's what it was like before. I never really used folders anyway. And here's what it's like after. It's kind of interesting to put like highlight new features and different versions. NPM is done. Beauty. What does this do? Rerun command. Oh, that's kind of nice. And ooh, copy output. Copy command, copy. Wow, that's kind of handy. Okay. So let's look at, let's see where else we got hybrid. Is there like an example or something? Nope. I know that Kilman had an example. Oh, that's nice. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm not sure that I understand how hybrid routes. Yeah, okay. No, that's right. So we have and slash users, all that in here. Oh, what's up, Michael? You got an example repo? You can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Here's my intuition for how this is supposed to work. Actually, first, do I need to configure this any differently? Param prefix. Oh, that's interesting. It's going good. How are you doing? Let's put all these resources in a resources directory. Resources. Stick all these in here. Boom. And then I can get rid of this. Okay, so now if I start the dev server and we localhost search kablooey. That's interesting. That is not the error I was expecting. Could be that I didn't actually test this after installing the SOD helper. So since you're still using files, you need to add the plus suffix to the resources. So resources plus. Oh, interesting. So if I look at this hybrid, I don't see the plus in here. So is that, am I missing something? can't determine if it's co-located file or route. Just after this. Okay. So I see. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is busted for other reasons. So let's go to ships new. Okay, so that's working. Huh. I'm not sure I understand why we need the plus. So that's basically saying this is a folder, everything inside of this is as if it lived here with the name of this plus that. That's basically what that's saying. Remix routes. Sure, let's look at what remix routes says. Yeah, resources. Yeah, so that all looks correct, as what I would expect it to be. Just curious about the why the plus is necessary, and I guess what the reason that's necessary is that otherwise we would be saying I have a route called resources, and the index.js or whatever inside of here would be that route definition, and these would not be treated as routes. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, I'm okay with this plus thing. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but yeah, so then we are going to make ships plus new. Stick all these in here. Yeah, and that actually, there we go. Yeah, thanks, Michael, for helping. Okay, so now all of these. Wonder if I should just do routes, resources plus. Oh, and this is our test file. Yeah, so that one's kind of weird. There we go. Oops. All right, build successfully. So we get ships, ship ID, book, and nonsense yada yada here. Okay. Yep, there's our index route. Yep. Yeah, yep, this is making sense. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Okay, and then we have our auth stuff. I'm gonna probably leave that. So this would be bookings plus And then index, or would it not have the prefix? Let's look at, where's my bookings? Oh, there's a .route suffix. That's interesting. Huh. I'm not sure which I prefer. I think I kind of like the .route suffix. Add a .layout directly to the folder, or underscore layout instead of the plus. Yeah, Kilman or Michael, however you prefer to be called. I like that there's a lot of experimenting. Once this gets into Remix proper, I think that it would be good to have just one way to do it. Because it seems like there are a lot of ways to do the same thing. It's good for experimenting, but can be confusing. XState actually suffered from this a lot, and I gave them feedback years ago, and I think they listened and reduced the number of ways that something can be done. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think I'm going to keep the plus. But this one, I'm not sure. So like, we've got bookings. What is this complaining about? Why is bookings any? Oh, okay. So Ryan's not planning on supporting all these things. Yeah. Well, we'll see what the flat routes look like when Ryan is implemented that in Remix, and I would prefer to just go with what's built into Remix, but I'm gonna use the thing that makes it easy to develop and the way that I think is the better way. And I don't always agree with what Ryan says. The dog's barking, so I'm just checking to make sure there's nothing amiss. Yep, just neighborhood friend. Everybody's gone. Okay. Core will only be his original spec. Well, I hope people don't mind directories with 2,000 files in them. For me, I think that there is a point where it's too flat. Here, let's do this one. That's easier. But Michael, I'm not sure what to do about this file right here. If I wanted to put that inside of a plus file, would I do index? Maybe. Here, let's see what Remix Routes does. So my bookings before, that was my layout. Yeah. So now that treats bookings as an index, which makes sense. So layout is the thing. Isn't there like a couple ways to do the layout route though? That can be, oh, layout is an alias to index. I guess that, Okay, no, now that's what I want. It's, yeah. Okay. Boy, it's really helpful to be able to run this Remix Routes and see that, what it looks like. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got our bookings, events. Oh, right. Yeah, that's interesting. This is actually a componentless route, so it's kind of funny, but yeah, that looks great. Yeah, okay, cool. For the plus suffix, it's a little more restrictive. Index / underscore index for index, and underscore layout for layout. The rest are considered route files. That's great. I'm good with that. Okay, so then we've got chats plus layout, and then chats plus chat ID, chats plus chat ID events, and let's remix routes this. Chats, chat ID, events. Yep. Cool. Yeah, that plus is actually pretty good. Yeah. As far as like the decision on what you named it. Literally pushed this update about an hour ago. Nice. What fortunate timing. Okay. Cool. And then these are not nested. I've got this auth thing, but this doesn't actually do anything yet. But sure, we'll stick those together. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's figure out what's wrong with, oh, whoops. Yeah, okay. Oh, nope. Just kidding. Yeah, let's do this. Let VS Code figure out what that import's supposed to be. Whoa, post CSS, no. Nice try. There we go. And I need to figure out how to get ESLint to do this for me. Yeah, Michael, I like it already. Pretty happy with it. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that works. Yeah, that all totally works. Let's figure out why the search is not working. So actually, it's interesting that you're here. Pretty sure this is coming from the remix params helper. Yeah, so this is happening because if I actually, we're on the starport combo box, and my search param schema looks like this, because you can start using, yeah, so it's this nullable. Oh, maybe maybe I don't need that with your thing. Unexpected type nullable. Yeah, looks like I don't need that. Coolio. If I don't have geolocation enabled, so dev tools, we say denied, then that also works. Cool. All right, that was easy. I have to do less. I always like that. If I say it's not optional, what happens? So by default, it looks like everything is optional with what you got, which I probably don't like that. Here, let's actually, maybe that didn't work. Let's try that again. Okay, yeah, good. I'm glad for that. So we do need to keep the optional, which is good. Oh yeah, this test is going to fail because I deleted my search param util there. Okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Michael, for that. All right, cool. So I feel pretty good about this. Using these folders. I could go further on ships. Let's look at that and see how much I don't like it. Even thinking about it, I don't like it. I don't want to go any deeper than just one directory down, so we're going to do that. Move or use hybrid route structure. Yeah, flat route structure. I have one too many M's. All right, here we go. Now, okay, got this weird thing with my sound where I can't control the volume without opening up the sound controls, which is really annoying. Yeah, that type conversion will be really nice, so I don't have to do this transform thing. I think Coerce could do that for me, but when I was doing it with my own utility, it didn't or something. I can't remember, but yeah, I'll wait for your new util to come out. That'll be sweet. No, close. There we go. Okay, so now let's try running the validate script and just see what breaks. Okay, a test breaks. Let's start with the easy stuff. Linting, typing, and building. All right, so yeah. Oh, I can remove the transform? Oh, now that'd be sweet. So if I say number, and then if I go over to starport combo box, it's number or undefined. Why is this complaining? Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. And then we've got our city combo box. It does the same thing. Cool. Let's just make sure that works. Keeping up with me is hard. You have to remember also that I think you're like 15 seconds behind me. So there's that too. But yeah, looks like it does work. So yeah, that's good news. Let's actually make sure. I have the geolocation mocked out because I don't want people to find my geolocation, because that just seems like not a good thing. But yeah, that seems to totally work. So sweet. Here, we'll do one real quick check, because this would technically work with strings. So let's console log type of lat. And if that says number, then we're good. Yep, there it is. Sweet. That's very cool. Yeah, big fan. My helper was written so I didn't have to write extra code. Yeah, well, that's the key to a solid developer, is a lazy developer. Somebody who doesn't want to have to write a bunch of code. Whoopsies. Okay, so I'm supposed to be taking a break right now. So I am going to do that. Let me just, yeah, simplify lat long stuff. All right. Yeah, now I'm going to take the break, just a couple minutes. I'll see you in about less than 5 minutes. Okay. Whoops. Here we go. Now, let's look at getting our tests working. Yeah, okay, so the latest version of Remix 1.9 was released. What version do I have? Did I update right before? Nope, I got it, sweet. So if I say app routes and then parent optional tsx and then say npm or remix routes. There it is, parent optional. Cool. So that's handy. You get that for free. Yeah, that's good. Okay, sweet. So yeah, getting an issue with the cleanup on our booking tests. And yeah, ship ID book. So let's try within 2 weeks. Book. Try that again. Oh, haha, they both include book. Okay, booking ID. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be flaky. That's interesting. This is really annoying. So vtest, when you put in a filter, it will filter, and then if you hit enter to re-execute the test, it's like, you don't have filters. So, I mean, there's something to Jest. I still think Jest is a great testing framework. And I'm just waiting for vtest to catch up. But I do think that it will eventually. Vtest is, I don't know. I don't know if it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll switch all this to Jest later. I don't know. I just like that vtest is really fast and works with ESM, native ESM. So we'll see what the future holds. But let's dive into this thing. Let's figure out an ongoing booking cannot be reviewed. And I'll betcha if I say only, unknown error undefined. What the? Yeah. How do I, oh, rerun all tests? Rerun failed. Yeah, there's no way to rerun with the current filter. I'd have to say booking again. So what this says, it says 6. Is that how many tests were run? Whoops. Yeah, there are 6 of them in here. Yeah, that's interesting actually. If I run all the tests, let's go to this one, requires authenticated user. If I skip, yeah, so I think they're actually impacting each other somehow. Connection error timed out. So the tests are running in parallel, and I think they might be using the same, yeah, I need to rename this to like test utils or something like that. I say after each, we're deleting everything. Yeah, that should be fine. I wonder if instead, what if I use db? All right. Okay, better SQLite 3 and docs API. Delete, or let's see, multiple. Can I run multiple statements at once? Yeah, you can do transactions. Maybe that's what I should do. Just the Prisma transaction. Oh wait, Prisma transaction. And stick all these. I'm going to show you why semicolons are the worst. Or why they're super annoying. Well, actually, this doesn't really do much good. You just backspace the semicolon. But I didn't have to worry about a semicolon. All right, there we go. It was just the transaction. Oh, maybe not. Then again, maybe not. Oh, that's interesting. That is possibly because we generate random data and we ended up with the same of something. Huh. Run it again. I wish the error messages were more helpful. Unknown error, undefined. And yeah, it doesn't give me anything useful at all. There's nothing useful in that. And that's a different test altogether. Good grief. And a new failure right there. Different failure. Holy smokes. My thinking is that maybe, I really don't know, but what we're going to try, we're going to go back to using, yeah, DB. I know you can do transactions with this, but I don't think it matters in our case. Exec. Multiple SQL statements. Yeah, okay. I think exec is going to be just fine. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we missed one. Which one is it? And that's not ship brands. Yeah, all these tables are wrong. It should be user, ship brand, starport, booking, chat. Yeah, we've got user, ship ship brand, starport, booking, chat. Oh, I miscounted. Okay, let's try that. See what that does. Prisma, what are you doing? Prisma's not involved anymore. Prisma does have, or SQLite does have a memory mode, but it's running fast enough. The only time you would ever do a memory mode is, well, hold on. Yeah, if I do a memory mode, then, so what I'm doing right now is, I have a data.test.db. So where's my init env vars? So I set my database path to the data test DB, but maybe I should just do memory. Here, let's see. Well, yep, okay. Passing colon memory. Yeah, okay, so then this would be memory, and this would be file. Yeah, Prisma. I think what your file colon memory colon maybe. Let's just see what Prisma says. Prisma in memory SQLite database. Yeah, there we go. URL memory. Oh, so we don't need the file colon thing. It would just be memory. Let's try that on for size. All right. Okay, so file colon. Okay. Yeah, and the nice thing there is, oh great, nope, just kidding. Maybe it should not end in a colon like what you had. Nope, just kidding. It's definitely there. We don't want that. I'm not sure why I have this backup thing there. We get rid of that. Suggesting that each test could be run in separate in-memory database. Yes, exactly. That would be each, each test file would have its own, which is great. We'd still need cleanup between the tests within an individual file. Yeah, so let's see. Is that just a suggestion? That's not how you do it. This is their old data guide thing, so. Looks like an open issue, rats. Here's what we can do though. vtest runner or environment variables, runner I know that in Jest you have a runner ID that you can use. And so we could just create individual files. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch me to just me so I can do a console log of process env. And we'll see what it sticks in there. And we got vtest mode, we have vtest pool ID. That's what we're looking for. All right. Oh, and worker ID. That's interesting. They're the same, so yeah, that's interesting. All right. And there. So what I can do instead, so let's just undo all that, and we'll say test process env. Whoop. See, file name will be that. And then this will just be that. And actually, I want this in test. And then we can get rid of that. All right. And then just occasionally we'll delete that directory or something. And maybe we could even do it as part of our global setup. Doppler in managing secrets and stuff. Eventually, maybe this is like the password manager thing where I just like waited for too long. But yeah, managing secrets differently might be nice. Okay, so we're gonna go here and delete the test Prisma test folder. All right, Copilot, you know how to do this, don't you? Come on. Import fs from fs promises. All right. Come on, Copilot. Thank you. Beautiful. That's exactly what I want. All right. Now, that is not what I wanted to do, actually. Nope, that's also not what I want to do. T. Now, yeah, that happens. Maybe what I should do is, yeah, let's get rid of this nonsense. And that's interesting. We got undefined. Or 0, I guess. Yeah, that or 0 is happening. Yes. So what's happening is we run the global setup. It's like, oh, here's the database URLs. And it's like, okay, great. Let me create that and migrate it. And then the other ones get run, and they're a completely different database because of this. So what we need actually is this setup test should yeah, so our global setup should create the base database. And then yeah, and then this can copy that file instead of, yeah. Yeah, something like that. Okay. So global setup creates the thing, and then All right, so then this will be base DB. What are you complaining about? So if I have an env, then I can't use shell? What? All right, I don't care that much. I can do it this way instead. That's weird. All right. One password for VS Code. That's interesting. I should probably look at that too. I'm a mess. What I do right now is I put all of my actual values in the .env, and then I have VS Code make it so I can't open that file, so I don't accidentally open it. And then I copy that file, the entire contents of that file, into 1Password for storage, just as like a 1Password note. So just living like a Neanderthal or something. Okay, so we make our base, and then the setup testing env says we copy the Prisma test base DB to the test database, and our file name sure, whatever. Come on, you don't want to do that for me? Gosh dang it. Well, I'll make it do it. We'll bring in this. Prisma test base DB to Prisma test data. Yeah, sure. Booyah. And this we want to be synchronous. And then our init env vars is going to go away. Yeah. All right, let's try that on. Okay, cool. So then we could do an additional thing that says, are there new migrations? If there are not, then let's keep the test database around. Now this should be deleted. When I hit quit, yes, that gets deleted. Sweet. So that's actually really cool, because I was thinking, oh man, it'd be kind of nice to keep the test database around in case I needed to look at it for any reason. Well, yeah, it stays around until I quit. And if I run it over and over, now that's interesting. It keeps adding those. I wonder if I were to use the other thing. I forgot what it was called, so give me a second. I'm going to console.log process env really quick. And we get vtest pool ID is the other one. I think they're the same thing, just two different names, but yeah. Let's just see. After all. I think if this doesn't work, then we'll do an after all that will actually do the deleting. Yeah, it's making new ones every time. Oh, hold on. That's interesting. Ooh, you know what? That's actually not desirable because you could run it once, not properly clean up. Like we do clean up. I think we shouldn't have any trouble, but if you run it, you probably want to have it do this copy file sync the same every time. So let's go back to the worker ID thing. Actually, the pool ID is fine because what we're going to do is after all, whoops, we're going to say but not that. It's going to be database path. Nope, I can do this. There we go. And we don't need a recursive, or, and I don't think we need force either. Okay, cool. So we clean up after each one of them, and then after they're all done, we delete it, the file entirely. All right, and all of this because Prisma doesn't support in-memory SQLite, which is a shame. So yep, and then we run it again, and we run it again, and it's going so fast we don't even see the files get created. But look at that reliability. Booyah! I think I don't know what was happening, honestly, but it's not happening anymore. They were just fighting over each other for some reason. But that is nice reliability right there. Booyah. Okay, cool. So here's the other thing we're going to do. Instead of deleting this as part of the teardown, we're going to see if the file already exists. And if it does, we will not, let's see. Well, let's see what happens if the file already exists. And then I run again. I wonder if I wouldn't mind so much if it just didn't log all that stuff. It does take a little while though. That's like a second and a half maybe before I can start things up. Is there a better way to wipe all the tables without having to type each name? Probably. Drop everything from every table SQLite. The problem is there's a table for Prisma keeping track of migrations, and dropping that table might be a problem. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, no, I'm fine putting those tables in. That's no big deal. Okay, so here's the thing. I could say if that database exists, then don't bother running the migration if that file exists. But the problem is that if I do a migration, if I make a new migration, then I need to automatically delete that file so it can be recreated. So we're going to go with the easy thing and then maybe figure it out later. So let's bring in fs again. Whoops. And then we'll say if all right, exit early if the database already exists. You know what? This would probably be no, because it is still going to throw an error, right? Yeah, it'll just throw an error. Man. All right, fine. We'll go with this async version. Whoops. Oh, man. There we go. If not all those things. I hate that so much. File not found. There we go. There we go. TypeScript, you're the worst sometimes. It's not making my life worse. It's just showing me how bad my life already is. We don't know if it's going to be an error. It could be anything. We don't know if that error has a code in it. I don't know. It could. It might not. I don't know. Yeah, I wish that you could use the Elvis operator on this, but no. This is one thing that TypeScript really annoys me about. But no, it's like, no, I'm not going to let you do that. It doesn't exist on this type. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Exists. I just hate this so much, so we're going to move it up here. Path. There we go. All right, so now I run the tests and it doesn't bother creating the thing. Cool, that works. Does not file not found? Yeah, it is. It does read weird. You know what? Let's just do this. Return false. And then let's just do this. Return. How much do I hate that? Nope. I like the function form better. There you go. abstract the hate away. Yeah. This is way better. If there is any error, then we're going to pretend it doesn't exist. And then, you know what? Exists. Oh, wait. Way better. Because now it's not a function masquerading as a reusable function, because that's not what it is. There we go. That's nice. Beauty. All right. Cool. So we got that working. Oh, whoops. We do not want to commit the base. All right, and then git ignore. Whoops. We'll say Prisma test. And then I run it again, and no need to do all that stuff. So that's cool. And it's not in there anymore. Improve reliability of vtest a lot. Great. Let's go ahead and push that. All right, now the last piece to our validation puzzle is validate the test E to E. So let's run that. Service is no longer running. Now that's interesting. I wonder where that came from. Probably not me. No. No idea where that came from. Ooh, now that's interesting. Wonder how that happened. Huh. Oh, the service is already... Yeah, I know what that... I just busted it because I turned off this thing. Whoopsies. Sorry about that. Let's try that again. Yeah, the service is already running came from my playwright config, where I have this reuse existing server. So the service was already running, so it didn't need to make a new one. Yay. Hey, that totally worked. That's good. That means that this action will probably complete successfully for the first time in, yeah, it's been a while. This is how I operate. It's fine. You just make it run so that you know it's possible, and then you just go and build your stuff, and then when you're ready to, like, you know, every now and then you just go back and say, things are going to be okay, and that's good. Okay, so downloading the Playwright browsers seems to take longer than I'd like it to. Yeah, we're going to look at that. But I'm going to take a break. Yeah, I'm going to take a little break, and then I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So looks like the deploy failed. This is not a surprise because we got a migration that was a breaking migration. And I don't care about that right now, but I do want to get this deployed today. So what we're going to do actually is something you can only do when you don't care about existing data, and that's where we are now. So that's the way we're going to do it. In EpicWeb, I probably will have a section in like the database workshop where we do a migration that is a zero downtime, zero data loss migration that, yeah, basically the strategy, I don't remember what it's called, but the strategy is you deploy like, let's say that you're changing from just a first name, last name field to a name field. So you deploy a change that has the UI write to both, and then wait, how does that work? Anyway, you basically deploy it so that the UI writes to both, or the backend writes to both table or both columns. Or renaming a column is actually easier to think about. So you have column A, you want to rename it to column B, so then you deploy column B alongside A, and you write to both. You run a migration to copy everything over from A to B, and then you deploy a new version where your UI only talks and reads and writes to B, and then you deploy a new migration that deletes A. So it is a multi-step process. Anyway, I'll probably teach how to do that with some useful example. But when you're building and you don't have any data you care about, then don't care about it. That's all I'm saying. I got a text. I need to take a look at something. Okay, hold. Man. Give me a second. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so with that said, what we're going to do is go to our migrations. We're going to do this terrible thing. We're going to delete them all. And then we're going to say Prisma db migrate dev, or no, Prisma migrate dev. And yes, init. There we go. It's almost like we knew exactly what the database was supposed to look like from the start. So the reason this is tricky though is because we have something running in production, but again, we don't care about that data. So we're going to say fly volume list, and it's the volume for the where is my my fly thing, rocket rental. We actually, I think, yeah, this is funny. I didn't expect I would have two of the, oh, right. Yes, because I have it. Does this run in multiple regions? I don't think I've got LightFS in here. Oh my gosh, I so definitely do. Huh. Well, that's interesting. It doesn't look like this attached. Okay, let's look at fly apps rocket rental. And do we have a rocket rental staging? Yeah, we do. Yeah, so here's where this one, the production one is, yeah, rocket rental space. And then this one is just rocket rental staging. Okay. I don't think this one's even deployed yet. Yeah, it's not. We're not using staging. We'll use staging when it matters. So, yeah, that's good. Rocket rental volumes. Yeah, so we've got these two volumes. So if I look at monitoring, we're going to see we just have MAA, and I'm not sure why we just have MAA. But in any case, we are going to update the Docker file so that it uses the latest version of LightFS here. A day ago, this was pushed. We'll just grab that one. And you know what? We're going to borrow some stuff that I did on my own site for this. Yeah, all this, oh, whoops. Stuff down here. Yep, get rid of that. That. Okay. Except we've got a new SHA. It's even newer. Oh, whoops. I'm supposedly taking a break right now. I should be done in about 15 minutes. So that's how long I'm gonna be working. Okay. We can get rid of that. And yep. And we've got our start thing here, and that's all unchanged. I think. Hold on. Other start. Yeah, so I also have this cache nonsense, which I don't think I need yet. I might need to grab that, do something with that later. Yeah, all this is the same. Yeah, so we're good there. So now we're going to fly vol remove, or yeah, fly vol delete. Yes. And we'll delete this one too. And it's actually running, so fly scale show, I think. Yeah, fly scale count 1. And then yeah. Then fly scale count 0. And then fly vol create data size 3 and region Denver. And fly version update so that it stops bothering me about that. Okay, cool. And then yeah, single migration woo. All right, let's see what happens. Is this the issue that Michael sent? It would be really helpful if this can be implemented. Yes, yes it would. Your comment, however, was not very. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I will subscribe to this custom when it's closed. I don't care about the conversation, but I sure want to know when that is supported. Probably could go back to the test UNV thing and switch this back to Prisma. I don't think I need a transaction if I'm doing exec, so that's kind of silly. Yeah, we'll just do that. Did you know that Better SQLite runs SQL queries synchronously, and it's still lightning fast and amazing? It's just kind of interesting. Interesting little tidbit for you. Okay. Improve test env thing. Playwright is running. Build ran pretty quick. That's nice. Ooh, you know what? I think I might have in here, I might actually cache things. Maybe not. Cache. So that's the site cache. I don't do anything with the Playwright browser cache though. Let's see. Package JSON. Install with deps. I think that's exactly what I'm doing over here. Yep. Huh. That's too bad. Because I think most of this, yeah, I think actually downloading it from the cache would take just as long. It's just big. Setting up the database, that takes a hot minute. I could probably speed that up. Actually, I could cache that. Ooh, let's do that. Yeah, so we have this prime site cache. Yeah, that's tricky. So if I ever have a migration, that could be a problem. But if I do the caching stuff before the database setup, then it will Prisma migrate reset. No. No, I don't want to have it possibly sharing state. So no, we're just gonna let it stay the way it is. We can figure out something else later. It's not that big of a problem. Oh, our deploy failed again. That actually is fine because I think my scale is down to 0 and I forgot about that. Fly scale or show scale count 1. All right, here we go. Okay, kablooey. Now the question is, out of memory. Oh, well. How much memory does this thing need? Maybe more, I guess. We can scale it up a little bit. Just double the memory here, scale that. VM scaled, hooray! I don't know why this doesn't show up. My guess is the way that they're loading CSS is the problem. So it's all Tailwind, but maybe they are like trying to slice it up or something. I really don't know. But if I refresh this BG blue violet gradient X thing, now it shows up. So let's see where that thing comes from. Blue violet gradient application.css. So this file is different from the app CSS file. So they've got multiple Tailwind chunks or something. Don't do that. Just one big one. It's fine. Caches and all of that stuff too. So, Migrate found filed migrations in the target. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that should not be a thing. There shouldn't be anything in there. Let's see. So in here, here we back up the database. This is my site, what I do when there are problems. So let's just log in with bash and remove the LightFS database. Now I think mine is located somewhere else, so we're gonna have to, oh right, I can't log in with bash. Dang it. Okay, LightFS, we need this, exit on error false. So I can SSH into it and do stuff with that volume. There's a 9.2 version of NPM. Holy smokes, I did not know that. We're gonna get this green before we're done. Hopefully. It says I have 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Unfortunately, the whole deploy process takes 3 minutes and 30 seconds. That's how long that one took. So, yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna increase this to 10 minutes. Because that is exactly how much time I have. We get to that point and I'm just like, I'm out. It's Christmas time. And it just takes so long to install these browsers. I feel like it's doing a bunch of stuff before it installs the browsers. Maybe those things that it's doing are kind of important though, I guess. I don't know. Well. Do we need to seed? We will need to seed some things. That's going to be interesting when we get to the part where it's like, okay, so in production, you have some data that like you need, and we need to be able to recreate it at any time in any environment. So like here are all the cities, and here are all the starports, and because we're not going to have like an admin interface for that. Not right off the get-go. Maybe we will eventually, but you want to be able to get those up just automated. So, we made a lot of users. The build could run at the same time as database setup. Database setup could run at the same time as installing Playwright browsers. Run steps in parallel. GitHub Actions. Yeah, we could speed this up quite a bit, actually. Because setting up the database could definitely run at the same time as installing the Playwright browsers. And the build could run at the same time as that. Yes. I want to run things in parallel. Not suitable. Yes, that is not suitable. Okay, here we go. Deploying to production. It seems to continue to want to restart. So I will have a hard time SSHing in. Fly. No instances. Well, okay, here's what we're going to do then. Fly vol list. Fly vol delete. Yes. Fly vol create data size 3 region den. All right, and then let's see what happens with that. Uninitialized, encrypting. Hey, okay, that's good. Brand new, spanking new volume. Opening, yada, yada, yada. No primary found, that's good. Package not found will be installed. There we go, migration's running. Sweet, it's working. All right, rocketrental.space. Hooray, search. No ships found. Oh, I still have the the DevTool thing installed, so geolocation doesn't actually... Oh, it does. Oh, sweet. Hold on a second. DevTool. Maybe I... Oh, yeah. Nice. All right, cool. So that's good. We've got a... here, let's rerun failed jobs, just so that we can turn this one green. See what happens when we try to do that. I hope it works. That's the big test with LightFS. Sometimes restarts, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not gonna do that. No thanks. Whoopsies. There we go. Okay. Think we got it. Hey, somebody's hitting it. Okay, now we're deploying the new thing. Okay, one thing that I need to do. Prisma. This needs to go into our regular dependencies. Whoa, hold on a second. It is. Wait, no. Oh, no. Yeah, it's not. There we go. Okay, Prisma, QRSTUV, MNOP, HI, JK, MNOP. There we go. Make Prisma a regular dep. Because I use it as part of the deploy process. So that is as regular as they come. Beauty. Look, we got green. Didn't I tell you we'd get green? Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Hey, I did a good thing. I'm glad that I did what I did. So we've got passing tests. We've got good linting. We've got good types. We've got good end-to-end as well as the lower level tests. Yeah, things are stellar. So, and our routes, I'm happy with these routes. So, thank you, Michael. I'm happy with this. I think this is a good change. Especially these resources ones. Those were bothering me. Yep, I like that. And we've got good deploy. So the thing still works. Could probably make my own script that does install, setup, and build and runs those in parallel. And save myself about a minute on this. It's not that important. You gotta be joking. V-test failed? What? What's that all about? Segmentation fault. Pfft. Well, boo on that. We're gonna rerun that one, and then it'll be green. So anyway, that is it. That's all. I'm gonna rerun it. It'll be green, and we'll figure that out later. I don't know what that segmentation fault nonsense is all about. Not my fault, that's for sure. Okay. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and have a very Merry Christmas. See ya.